Good Tuesday evening to you, everyone. How are you? It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen by you. I am, of course, the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a Tuesday evening. And how the heck are you guys? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. It's another Tuesday evening, which, I mean, for mundane folk is just kind of, it's Monday plus, right? Not us, not here. We know how to do Tuesdays right. We know how to have an awesome time on Tuesday. So we're going to be doing that tonight. And let me ask you a favor. This is absolutely free for you to do. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are watching this at some time after the live stream, which, given how I'm treated by YouTube, you probably won't ever see this video, in which case, why am I talking to you? You're not there. Anyway, but leave a comment below for the algorithm, and that will maybe boost this video up a little bit. And more people will know that I actually do make content other than the short videos that I don't do that often. But that will be super helpful. And if you want to do the most helpful thing that you can do is to click the subscribe button and to click the bell icon for notifications about this and all of our other live streams that we do. Because, folks, I bring you guys content 5 nights a week. Monday's a little laid back. We talk about all kinds of wacky stuff on Monday, and we look at the week ahead. Tuesday nights, well, you're here. You're getting ready to watch First Edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons live play. Wednesday nights, I usually, sometimes have my co-host from down under, Mr. Kyle the Viking Hat GM. He stops in, and we hold forth on all the stuff that we like to talk about. And then Thursday nights, we reserve for guests and for deep dives. That is when we like to get into the weeds and really talk about classic TTRPG products in the live sense. This coming Thursday, we're going to talk about Blueholme, but I'm not going to spoil it other than to say, if you ever play the J. Eric Holmes edited version of Introductory Dungeons and Dragons back in the 1970s and said, hey, what if an expert set came out for this? Well, that's Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. But a group of creators a few years back actually made a set of expert J. Eric Holmes rules. So we're going to take a look at those because I think they're pretty good. And I don't think I've ever talked about them on the show before. Hello, Kabuki stopping by and gracing us with her presence from a rather extensive tour schedule. Thank you for being here. And then Friday night, if you like some of the folks that are going to be at the table tonight, then you're definitely going to want to tune in on Friday, because a lot of the same people are going to be here playing Gamma World. Some of them won't be, because apparently they have other games that they like to play, but I really don't want to talk about that. But anyway, so that is our weekly lineup. That's what we like to do. And if you want to be part of it, if you wish to join us right here on the live stream, then all you got to do is click that subscribe button and make sure the bell icon for notifications is clicked. And if you have the means, if this is something you want to do, if you want to support us over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, or via YouTube membership for $1.99, I can't adjust it down any further, guys, and I'm sorry for that. So the more economical way to do it is on Patreon. It's actually linked below there. So I appreciate you regardless of what you do. Now let me tell you a little something. If you're just coming by for the first time, if you're a new friend of the show, if you will, if you're just stopping by and you're like, okay, you're gonna play AD&D, you're gonna play AD&D? What exactly do you mean? Is this like a critical role kind of thing where y'all just sit around and do funny voices and stuff like that? No, that is not the case at all. We're actually going to play first edition AD&D. Guys, we have dice here, and these dice that we roll, that you guys see rolled out here, they decide what happens. We don't have table reads. We don't have script writing sessions. We don't do story arcs. We don't do character studies. We play first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, not just for your entertainment, but for your education. Because if you have a question about what we're doing or how we do it, I want you to feel free to ask over in the chat. You don't have to super to get your questions seen. This is not like for members only. I mean, maybe a smarter, greedier me would have set it to that. I didn't. Any questions you have about what we're doing, you ask in the chat. And if you don't, if you don't get an answer from me, one of my players might either say, Bill, Joe Smith is asking you a question. And I'll look, oh, okay, Joe, the answer is Gygax. Or they may answer it for you, or someone in the live stream chat may answer the question for you, because I have the smartest and the best looking audience of any 5-night-a-week classic TTRPG live stream shows on YouTube, and I will kill on the hill. I'm not dying on any hills. Okay. I'm taking them out. But that's what I want you to enjoy. And let me just go through and welcome it. Mr. B, thank you for stopping by. That's not Mr. Beast, is it? Oh my goodness. YouTube royalty here. Wave of Mutilation to you too. Thomas Smith, already out there with a question, but we'll get to that. Let's see. TXG, good to see you. Doc Flamingo, Jorge Uribe. Who else is out there? We've got Joe Kaufman, Detective Joe Kaufman, NYPD. He is here tonight. We've got Wave of Mutilation. Kabuki, of course, is out there. Dying Breed Tabletop. That's the American Kyle. That's the Kyle that comes in the smaller can without the Vegemite. Dirty Old Grognard. Good to see you out there, my friend. Let's see who else is out there. Kemeister 70 also helps to improve your sanity. Glad to help, my friend. Rabbit Wrangler, what is my favorite spell and why is it Magic Missile? Magic Missile at high levels. It's okay for a first level magic user, but your first level magic user wants Sleep Ball. That is sleep. It affects a radius like Fireball, hence I call it Sleep Ball. Magic Missile for a 6th level magic user is devastating. Ogre's got your fighters down. Mag dump on him. And the mag in this case means Magic Missile. Let's see. Smartest, best looking, you're in the wrong place. No. My friend, you are the blue ribbon winner every year of the Leon from Blade Runner cosplay contest. And I promise you that's the truth. Love you to pieces, Kyle. Let's see. Who else do we got? Bob Jester, 28. Good to see you. But anyway, Zark, 1969. Nice. All right. So I've run my mouth enough, other than to say, if you're in the EU, go to stopkillinggames.com and sign the petition. You should know why by now, but there are 2 chief reasons. 1, save and preserve games from live service death. 2, stick your finger in Jason Thor Hall's eye. All right, that said, everybody, let me put on my headphones and welcome my super team of ultra cool first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons players. Everybody, let's go ahead and start this off. You know him, you love him. He's the latest addition to our wonderful gang of Kung Fu Fighting Dungeon Adventureers. Everybody, please say hello. You know him from chat as Gonzalo Lira's bar tab. We know him as Paul the Fighter. Gonzalo, how are you, my friend?
Hello. This stream goes to 11.
These go to 11. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. No, don't point at it. All right. And next up, you know him as Arlen on our Friday night Gamma World game, but on Tuesday evenings, he's Elminar, wielder of the mystic powers. Everybody, please welcome a guy. He's got a YouTube channel here, which is absolutely fantastic for a myriad of topics, from physics to Disney to Dungeons and Dragons, and occasionally he has devastatingly handsome guests on his show. You can find him at Timothy M. Holt. Everybody welcome Tim as Elminar, the magic user. Tim!
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes. It's got what plants crave. And of course, back this week after a much needed brain refreshing, by which I mean, of course, he relaxed, he chilled, he's tanned, he's rested, he's ready. You can find him here on YouTube at D&D Disability, where he covers a wide range of important topics. TTRPGs, tabletop gaming for the disabled, and so many other cool things, including historical videos. Everybody, please put your hands together for Thane Kyle as Holder, the holy man, the party's cleric. DK, how are you doing?
Greetings all. Still neon white, but freshly tattooed, so I'm quite happy.
Excellent. Well, they show up better. Now, the hits don't stop coming with the YouTube glitterati. So our next player stepping into the arena tonight, he is the redoubtable paladin who carries the burden of lawful good behavior upon his back. He is played by a fellow who's got a YouTube channel. If you have any interest in the innermost Byzantinian workings, the brass gearworks of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, you should check him out at Doom Swords right here on YouTube. Everybody welcome Doom Sword Deathmaster as Durik Donegar. Dooms!
Hey, what's going on?
You, man, you. And last but not least, we are awaiting the return of a playable character, for in the heat of battle, his brave magic user thief was cut down. Tonight, he is providing color commentary until such time as we can reintroduce his character. Everybody, welcome Kevin. Kevin!
Hello.
Hello. I love your Crotty Robot AV. I know you guys can't see it because of the chat. I'll just pop that off real quick. And there you go. He's Crotty Robot. So, everybody, welcome back to the game. Now, last week, we ended off when you got a meal so bad you had to kill the cook. You chased him through the kitchen and the dining hall, webbing him just as he reached a door, screaming bloody murder, and then he was just screaming as you bloodily murdered him. And let me see where you guys might be. If we had, are the cameras going to behave tonight, boys and girls? Place your bets. Are the cameras going to behave? Let's see. Oh, look at that. We have behaving cameras tonight. So there you guys are. You're standing in the grungy, dingy dining hall, and the bodies of the cook and his two assistants lie at your feet. Gentlemen, what are your intentions?
I took one thing from Don Drexel last session. It was a periaptive proof against poison.
Okay.
I didn't see a notification on what the plus was, because they're like a +1 to +4 or something like that.
Okay, so the periaptive proof against poison. Let me open up my notes here, if you would please. Give me just a moment, Dooms.
Certainly. And I don't know where it came from. It could have been from a long time ago. I can't remember. I almost remember it from the last.
Yeah, it was from a minute ago. Hey, I'm still rigged for Gamma World. Let me get my Dungeon Master's Guide open here. So let's see.
It's okay. A Gamma World has no
I can
owlbears.
tell you what it was. It was on my character sheet.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Kev.
It was +2.
+2. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't see the plus in the thing, and I didn't want to call you out before you wanted to be revealed as the color commentary.
It's all good. Yeah, it is +2.
Okay,
Thank you.
that yes, that allows a 10% saving throw per plus periapt against poisons, which normally disallow any such opportunity. A normal score for poisons, which are usually at a penalty, and a plus on all of their poison saves. And what it means by 10% saving throw per plus, essentially a +2 will give you a total save of 5 or 4, which sounds really bad, but at least it gives you a chance. And that would go with any other pluses that you would be getting from Bless, any natural saving throw bonuses. So you take your 4. Well, wait a minute. Am I mathing properly?
I like pluses.
Do you like pluses? Okay, so 10%. 10%. So that would be yeah. So that would actually give you 5%, I think, or 5 total. But you will add any other bonuses to it, and you might actually save. So it's pretty cool. Hey, Paladin Steve, good to see you.
Yeah. And aside from being able to actually save against things that you normally wouldn't be save against,
yes,
it also gives me a saving throw versus poison of 5.
Yes, you are. I'm gonna have to send like many spiders after you.
I'm going to remind you, my dwarf needed to roll a 4.
Well, he was a dwarf, so he was obviously at a disadvantage from the get-go.
Oh, gentlemen, please, let's save it for the field. All right. So, gentlemen, what are your intentions? There's 4 of you. You're in pretty good physical health. You haven't taken that many blows, but as I understand it, spells are a little bit on the lean side.
I'm still chanting, apparently.
I'm still down to 27, so I'm down a good bit of hit points. I feel like can we listen at the door? Are we hearing anybody coming? Just has the noise attracted anyone that we can hear?
Well, let's see. And do you hear anything coming was your question. You do not hear anything coming immediately as you listen at that northern door there.
We're in a relative... sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
We're in a relatively defensible room here with these tables. We might be able to take our opportunity to rest here, but only if we don't want to just continue on no matter what the cost.
I respect your newfound assertiveness, Paul. And I will certainly take your opinion into account, perhaps more than I would take the others. What about you, spellcasters?
I'll be right behind you if you guys want to drive on.
And our good priest.
I'm presently chanting.
Friend priest, you have done very well thus far.
I don't know that.
I literally can't stop. So if we're moving, I'm just going to count on you to tell me to stop. Otherwise, I'm going to sit in pantomime to either door, hear, shrug. That's it.
That sounds like a code word for LFG.
I'm still chanting, so as far as I'm concerned, I can do this all night. You know.
Well, then so can I. What of the rest of you?
As long as I'm not in the front.
I don't know of what use the spellcasters will be without spells.
Well, I do have the ring that has some pretty decent stuff on it, but Outside
I'd
of
forgotten
that,
about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds like we're of a mind to continue on then.
I do have one lay on hand, so I got that back, and it hasn't been depleted or used.
Let's save that in case somebody. I'm okay for now. Let's save
All
that
right.
in case somebody's bleeding to death.
Yeah, I figured that's basically a combat type thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to look out into the hallway at the 3 doors. I believe, if I remember correctly, there are 3 doors across the exit.
That is correct. Let me see if I can. If they are not exactly an optimal camera view, let me adjust that ever so slightly to give you guys a good view. Give me just 1 second.
Right. I remember we had a conversation somewhere around here, and it might have been at the
Nope.
last at
It
the end of the
was.
last session. Yeah, like we already left some doors behind, so should we leave these? Right?
No, I mean we passed these by once, and we just wound up back here. Let's open them. Let's
is that what happened?
Yeah,
We
let's
just
clear.
right, we circled around.
We circled around. Let's just clear the. Let's clear it.
100%.
Slay all who oppose the goodwill of humankind.
Slay all.
My
You guys are
gestures
bringing
of
up the broken
protest.
sword?
Yeah.
remember, kill the slavers, let the slaves go.
Right.
Well, yeah.
I point emphatically to the magic user and give you a thumbs up.
Okay, so yeah, there are 3 doors out there. Is Bill back on audio?
It looks so. Let's take the north one. If that's good, or the south.
One to the right. The first.
Yeah, the southernmost one, right?
Okay.
Because that's the one we left. I misspoke. That's the one we left the furthest behind.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to empty that out.
We're gonna cross the hallway and listen at the door. I'll listen at the door, and if I don't hear anything, and I'm gonna try to open it, and the rest of the party is following behind.
Alrighty, give
Indeed.
me just a moment. I'll give you guys a better camera angle, and we will move on. Just a moment.
Man, I'm really making Bill move the camera a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
He needs some exercise.
We all need exercise, but I'm not
True.
going to get it. I decided a long time ago exercising was just going to get me my 80s, and how much fun am I going to have then anyway? So
Well, this is true.
I guess I could have fun doing this.
Yeah.
We need a new familiar. I wonder if Bill would let us have like an alligator as a familiar.
If you role-played it right, I bet he would.
I'm more than willing to play a rhinoceros.
You could play the paladin's non-existent warhorse, my friend.
Okay.
There's a brass, I think it's a brass dragon or gold dragon in the bowels of the Dark Tower. It's like floor 2 or whatever, hidden in a guard room, polymorphed as a small dog. That's what we need to have as our familiar.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. You guys may
I'll go
not
with
believe this, but you've actually met a gold dragon before once. Not in this campaign though. All right, so you're opening this door, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And by the way, TK, just so you know, I have not received a word nor sign back from our Fletcher. I'm not dissing your gift by using
No.
that.
So I have news for you as far as that goes, and now's as good a time as any because we're both thinking about it.
Okay.
He just got his reimbursement from the shipping since the since the arrow broke in transit, and he's making a new one now, and so it will be off to you as soon as he's done.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, so you are listening at the door. You do not hear anything from the other side.
I will attempt to open it with
all
force
right.
and go into the room.
Give me a d6 roll, please. Dying Breed asks if there's any gnomes in the party. No, there are gnomes.
I mean, hilarious, boss.
Ah,
The party did eat some questionable stew, and that may have had gnomes in it.
that's decent.
Alrighty, so don't thank you, Dying Breed. All right, so you force the door. You coerce it open, and I will show you what you see.
If you could just get your mind together. Got a little Jimi Hendrix on the brain today.
Yeah, well, why are you making him move so much, man?
Because I'm.
Oh.
When I have to give a super chat to say what I want to say.
Oh, well, fair enough.
I'm a jerk. A malefactor.
Nothing wrong with that.
An embezzle. A tararagundie.
You know what we need to do? We need to get a thing together to help Bill afford an assistant GM to look things up and to move figs and stuff for him.
Okay. So Paul forces the door. You are now in a 30-foot east-west hallway on the north end of the, or on the north side of the east end. There is another door.
We follow.
I'll go listen at the door.
Alrighty.
I assume we keep about 5 to 10 feet behind him.
Okay.
We have
So
a light
in
source,
melee,
right?
Yeah.
Right, in melee range. So. Alrighty. You move to the door where the big purple D20 is. You move to the door and you press your ear against it. You do not hear anything.
I turn around and say, should we check the other doors before we continue on this path? The other doors that were in the main hallway?
Proceed, Paul.
Okay, I'm going to open the door.
Alrighty. Give me an open doors roll, please.
Alrighty, let's do that.
Easily, you force the door open. Just a moment.
That was the only thing I could think of to say quickly.
What Bill needs, we need to get him a little crane game set up, you know, with a little pneumatic hand, so he can just you know, sneak it around and just lift the mini and drop it back in place, and lift the mini and drop it back in place.
He needs a Frank arm.
I mean, you could train his cat, but cats are kind of famously untrainable.
I think he likes this quiet time.
He likes the quiet time away from us.
Hey, yes.
Mood. Fun fact, while we sit and play here, I'm populating my entirely randomly generated mega dungeon using Osric system.
How large is it?
As of right now, it is 6 floors, and it's and I have stairs going down all the way for another 3 more. It's currently hit level. The lowest level is level 12. I just rolled a random encounter as a pit fiend. If you're curious, it's getting ugly. It's getting really ugly.
I think that's one of the things why I first edition seems to be split into the sort of wargaming mindset and the kind of more story driven mindset, if that makes sense, or randomly procedural stuff. I think kind of fits into the wargaming stuff. But I was always like, I always wanted the dungeon areas to make sense. Like, what was this? Why was this here? And like randomly generated stuff, it's great for the wargaming stuff, but it gets hard to explain what all this stuff is doing in one place.
I like 98% to be exactly what you just said, right, where it makes sense. But every so often, I like to throw something like this in,
Sure.
where they just go, and it'll all make sense by the end. I'll make a narrative out of it by the end.
Yeah.
But while I'm sitting in general, and I tweak it, right? If like a cave bear shows in a sealed room, like 5 floors in with no external cave exits or something, I'm not going to put the cave bear in there, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
All right. Thank you very much, Paul Ravenscall, for that. Super. I really appreciate that. And Joe Kaufman for my March of Times. Thank you very much, Joe, Paul, for your supers. You literally help keep the lights, including those that are blowing out my camera lens over here. And I apologize for that, on around these parts when you do that. So with that said, you are now looking down the hallway. There are doors on the left and right. There are 3 doors on the left and there are 3 doors on the right as you look down the hallway to the north in this direction.
All right. I'm going to start heading down the hallway, and I'm going to look back at Durek and say, shall we just start kicking the doors in as we go?
It seems such. This passageway is much more promising into the heart of evil.
Okay, so I'm going to go right, left, kicking doors in. I don't care about the noise.
Okay. All right. Let me let me spell you here and show you what you're going to be seeing as you do that. Give me just a moment.
My excuse when I'm the only survivor. Well, the paladin talked me into keep them going. I wanted to stop for the spellcasters, but
Oh, you think you're going to be the only survivor? Me and the magic user are going to run like hell as soon as something happens.
Exactly.
Sorry, bud, you're on your own.
And we'll be like 40
well,
feet in front
Paladin
of you.
has a lot of hit points. I don't know.
I'm going to be kept for torture. That's.
I don't have any web spells to like slow down the paladin and leave him there as food.
True.
I feel like maybe we should. I don't know if we want to move quicker and we're less concerned about the noises we might make. It might be good to take on an attitude of, hey, we have hacked our way in here. Drop your weapons. You know, just see what we can get away with trying to intimidate.
That is always the option, friend.
Let's try.
True.
This place is ours and only ours.
I have to say,
Slavers
wait.
be damned.
I have to say, wave of mutilation. Anytime I see it's true in the chat, I kind of read it like in Blazing Saddles. It's twoo. It's twoo. I don't know why.
Headley. It's Headley Lamar.
Headley.
Madeline Kahn, highly underrated in that movie, and also Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein's my favorite.
Taffeta, darling. Taffeta.
The stupid bit about Blazing Saddles I carried to my grave is that apparently Richard Pryor read this. It was involved in the script writing for it. And he kept looking at Mel Brooks going, are you sure you want to do this? And if Richard Pryor's looking at you saying that.
Right.
It took balls. It took a great big brass pair of balls for him to produce that movie.
It took a little bitty Jewish guy to get away
Also,
with it.
Madeline Kahn was in Yellowbeard. Great as the Yellowbeard's the consort who has his son. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that reading books never taught me nothing.
That's an underrated movie as well, by the way. Yellowbeard.
David Bowie's in it.
My favorite quote for it is, "Yes, your assholiness."
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. You took it right out of my mouth.
Give me an open doors roll, please, Gonzalo.
All right. Let me get to the right place here.
A3, easily done. So let's see. Is tripod cam a good view? Tripod cam's not a bad view. How about table cam? Table cam is probably the better view, and then cam 3 is kind of a opposite of the tripod cam. So let's see. We'll go back to table cam. So you kick the door in. You kick that door in, and this room is I just need to open up my notes here.
Typical leader for you.
I'm sorry?
I said typical leader for you. I'm quoting Yellowbeard. I meant typical leader for you. For you.
Yellow, stagger, roll, stagger. Let's see. So dungeon level. This is obviously, this is some kind of alchemist quarters. And indeed, there appears to be an alchemist in there. He looks up with a start. There's a human seated on a wooden stool, bending over a large wooden table. The stranger appears to be pouring fluid from one flask into another. As you enter, he turns around and looks at you, and he is he surprised?
I did kick the door in.
Are you surprised?
He is. Click, click, click. Surprised to meet you.
All right, so it says. All right. Yes, he looks. He looks quite startled, and you guys are not startled at all. So, yes. What do you say? What do you do? He's like,
you're going to be the last in a long line of people I've killed if you don't drop what you're doing.
He's like, may I please carefully set it down instead?
Put it down.
Clink.
And I come into the room and move in so other people can either come in if they want to or stay out and watch in the hallway. I said, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, look, you're going to have to tell Marquesa these things take time. I know she desires more study and research, but please.
She's asked for a lot of things. You're going to have to tell me which one you're talking about.
This is a simple potion that produces a smoke that allows one to move. I think if my calculations are correct, allows one to quickly escape before the smoke dissipates, as from a sudden uprush of wood fire. But it is an oily yellow smoke, or at least it's supposed to be. I think that's what it is.
Is this person living? I point to the other person.
There's not another person in there.
Oh, I thought there was a person bent over. Oh, no. It was him you were talking about.
Yeah, it's him. It's him.
Thought he was experimenting on someone. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
He's there, as you can see, in my excellent expert camera work that is truly Academy Award winning. He's there, bent over his table. Well, he's not bent over his table anymore. He's holding up his hands, and he says, now you do notice, like, this is a really well-appointed room. This doesn't look like he's not like manacled to the wall or anything. Sure. This is a nicely equipped alchemist's laboratory.
He's either paid or he's part of the slavers. That would be my takeaway.
Everyone is part of the slavers.
What's down this hall? What's at the end of the door? What's past the door at the end of this hall? And I point in the direction.
Okay. Well, since obviously you work for Marquesa, the paymaster, if you're looking for an early payday, is in the next room down. Of course, you know the engineer. He quarters across from me.
Okay, I stab him. When he yells his voice, I stab him.
All right, give me. Go ahead and give me a 2-hit roll.
All right. Oof.
Yeah, he staggers back, and let's see, Dooms, what are you doing?
Leaping forward and disemboweling him.
Okay, give me a leap disembowel roll, please.
I thought you
Absolutely.
were supposed to re-embowel. No, sorry.
Well, we can do that after.
Unembowel him.
AC 5.
AC 5, that will be sufficient. Roll your damage.
Excellent. Nine.
That is 3 times the amount of damage it took to end poor Fendax's life, and he blood splatters the wall, hisses into the brazier of coals on the table where he was heating the admixture, and he slumps dead to the floor.
Disemboweled, correct?
Disemboweled. He is
Okay,
he is no longer emboweled. I just want to point that out.
All right, thank you.
He's had a ballonectomy.
Yes.
Your attack has really emboweled this storyline.
Yes. Remember, a strong attack embowels the weakest monster.
Right. I mean, I look around. It doesn't look like there's much in here we're concerned with at the moment. Is there? Do we want to search, or do we want to just keep moving on?
If you guys
Keep
want to
moving
search,
on.
that's
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Indeed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think
We move until we must not move anymore. And
What were we
we
gonna
come
say,
back to
Elminar?
find out
What
what we-
Elminar?
I think in an alchemist room you leave it all alone. If it was gems, great, but here you don't know what's what.
Right. So we'll continue the pattern then. I'm gonna kick in the door on the left.
okay. Give me an open doors roll, please.
Another one of these.
Yes,
You've
because
been
you're going to
doing
roll
all
6
right.
eventually, and it's going to be gosh darn hilarious.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Not this
Yes,
time.
not today.
The door is stiff, but your boot is strong. Paladin Steve, thank you very much. Paladin Steve says, great disembowelment.
Boot to the head.
Yes. Just a moment.
That's only if you're practicing Tai Quan Leap. Sorry, it's a very big Dr. Demento throwback. I'm probably the only one that does that one.
Sunday nights in the 80s, King Biscuit Flower Hour, followed by Dr. Demento. And I would tape the shows.
Exactly.
And I would,
Those are awesome.
like Devo, I remember being on the King Biscuit Flower Hour.
I miss Dr. Demento.
He's still got a website out there. I don't know that he's still alive, though.
Well, I looked it up not that long ago. He's still around.
That just goes to show you, you don't have to be alive to have a website.
No. Dr. Demento, Kabuki Kid says Dr. Demento just announced his retirement a week ago.
Retirement from what?
As long as you paid for the domain, it really doesn't matter. So, you could have one 100 years after you're dead as long as you still paid for the domain.
Yeah, well, as long as you renew the domain and pay your hosting bill, right? It's not hard.
I'm pretty sure if I put a domain name and have a website and about somebody else, and I just talk a bunch of shit on it, they could probably get me shut down.
You guys don't play the game correctly. All you have to do is put up the website for a month, and then archive.org will have it there forever. You don't have to pay for hosting at all.
You're right.
You're right. I don't ever want to get into politics, so I'm going to try to be discreet here. But when there were a bunch of during one of the presidential elections, I started buying candidatenamesucks.com.
Okay, so
it's one of the best investments I ever made.
That's awesome.
You kick open this door, and as soon as you do, there's a fellow sitting on a bed in the corner. He sits up and he levels a crossbow at you and says, "What's the meaning of this?"
Drop it or you're dead.
How far is he away?
He is on the other side of the room. He's 20 plus feet.
All right.
Yeah, this is a 20 by 20 room. Well, let's see.
You don't think we just walked in here, do you?
He tosses the crossbow, and let's see. It clatters off the bed and lands on the floor, and it does not discharge into your foot.
Smart move.
So yeah, he raises his hands.
All right, I move into the room. What's your name? What's your job here?
Just a moment while the dungeon master brings his notes back around.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Wait, I want to go back 12 rooms because I want to ask that one guy what his name is.
His name is Bob of Annihilation. He's just made out of spheres of annihilation. There's a wonderful YouTube channel I watch called Dungeon Damsel. They play Shadow Dark. I always, like, if I have the money, I shouldn't say I always, but if I have the money, I super chat $5 for them to use a sphere of the DM to use a sphere of annihilation on the party. He never does. I'm just wasting my money.
Shadow Dark, eh? You don't say.
Yeah.
Shadow Dark is great.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Anyway.
You don't say.
He said, no, I don't. He says, I am Carl Star Wheelfeather. I am the engineer of this fortress.
The engineer, eh?
Yes, I was hired to keep it in good condition.
So everything that has happened here is by your machinations.
Hardly. Look, I'm just responsible for the stonework and the sewer and the stonework and the waste pipes and making sure that those idiot hobgoblins or whoever don't tear out a support beam and use it for firewood.
Well, we're here to put an end to this, and whether or not we put an end to you is going to have a lot to do with what you have to tell us. Where do we want to go? Tell us what we want to know. Where are we headed?
Well, I'll tell you what. Down this hallway, just a ways, is the paymaster's office.
I point.
The treasure room.
Just to make sure I'm getting the right direction.
Yeah. So paymaster's office is next door up on the right.
Okay.
The treasure room is just across from it. The quartermaster's office is the third door on the right, and the third door on the left is the quartermaster's two bodyguards.
All right. And beyond that, what's any other combatants nearby? I mean, that we haven't killed yet.
Not in this hall, fellow. If you cut your way into this part of the lower works, then, well, I would say you've probably dealt with just about everyone.
All right. Well,
you must realize he is not allowed to leave, correct?
I didn't kill him. He could have shot me anyways, thinking that I was going to kill him.
Indeed.
I'm not going to kill him because I'm just
he
not.
deserved justice in Barnacus.
But you know, my thought would be to let him go because he is helping us, and just if he gets people, that's fine. But if we see him again, he's got to know he's immediately dead, no questions asked. He should flee this place immediately and never come back.
And where's the justice? What if he engineers another trap for slavers to subjugate the unwilling?
Well, that's something that you can deal with. I've made my decision about what his fate is, and I'm gonna walk back out into the hallway.
Derek, you didn't punish the blacksmith on the upper level. Don't punish him.
It was a little bit different.
There's no difference.
I'll just kill him.
There's plenty of difference because for one, he's on a lower level.
I understand what you're saying.
Which makes him more important.
About him being the designer and all that.
Well, we must rope him up. I will accept no disagreement.
Look, if you're looking for help to get out of here, I think you've made your intentions rather clear. I'll show you an easy exit from this place.
And what of when we leave?
What of when you leave? If you will release me to parole, I will have no further truck with these or their ongoings here in this place.
We're not leaving.
Friend,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I am not the law. Perhaps he leaves us out. What do you think, Paul?
I'd say we're not leaving here to get away. We're here to end this. We're putting an end to it. You can
Indeed, we are.
do a lot to pay off your debt to pick up a weapon and join us.
Well,
this is a curious decision, Paul.
We need arms.
Indeed, we do.
We can't let you go. My friend won't see you let go after what you did, and if that's the case, you can't be out of our sight. Your only path forward is to fight with us.
Our mission.
All right. If that's what it takes,
that's what it's going to take.
Then
what can you do?
Let me gather some equipment, please.
I'll let him gather it. I'm keeping an eye on him. He's taking the front rank with me.
Okay. He is picking up a poignard in its sheath, strapping it to his leg. He's going over to he's going over to a small armoire, opening it. He takes a belt pouch, clips that around his waist. He grabs from the bow end, not from the stock end, from the bow end. He picks up his crossbow. He picks up a case of crossbow bolts, and he finally puts a military pick on his shoulder. Kevin, if you would like to run, Carl Star Weirfeather, he is with shield. He is armor class 7. He is a 3rd level fighter. He is armed with military pick and crossbow and dagger.
Okay.
No special abilities as far as strength or dex.
And I don't, like I said, I'm not letting him get behind anybody. He's up front with me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'll grab a miniature for him unless you have questions. Any questions, anyone?
I have one. Is that a footman's military pick or a horseman's military pick?
Footman's military pick. That is a
Excellent.
footman's military pick. So, okay. Just a moment. Let me grab a mini to put out there, and I will also adjust the cameras so you guys can move on.
Okay, you guys can yell at me now.
Did he say AC3?
I don't remember. Nah, I'm not gonna yell at you. We got T presence, the character, right? Hey, that's all that matters.
Well, there's that, but also like you did the right thing. I wouldn't have been happy with Dirk if he had killed him.
You think that I just kill people ignominiously and
yes,
inexorably and
right.
conspicuously?
Inconspicuous. Well, conspicuously, yes, not inconspicuously. You're pretty blunt about it.
He deserves death. He's got a chance to battle his way out of it.
He does, and
he deserves a fair trial.
Well, yeah, and that's all Dirk would have suggested was a fair trial in Barnacus, but being that he's a player character now, I suppose
we don't know that he could be IMing with Bill right now, and Bill telling him, all right, as soon as they get their back turned.
I've done that before. It's great.
I'm sure you have. You're not getting behind
me too.
Well, no, not for the audience. Not with Bill specifically. We don't do that here. But with my home table, absolutely we do that kind of thing, and it's great.
Alrighty.
Okay, so Paul, you're kicking in the door on the right, correct?
No, I'm not. And here's why. Because they said the door to the left, the second door to... Is this the first door to the left or the second door to the left that we just...
This is the second door to the left. Basically, you've gone one... what is it? 1, 2, and that Oh, you guys can't see where I'm pointing there. You've opened both of the southernmost doors.
Okay.
So you now go to the right if you're following.
We
your
were
left,
going
right,
to
left,
do that.
right.
However, since he already told us the bodyguards are in the third on the left door, I want to go there next.
Okay.
Plus, we have him with us.
Yeah,
right?
we have him with us.
So he knows.
Yep.
How about that? We have a PC who knows everything about the module.
Well, or at least the layout.
Right.
I designed this escape from this very room.
All right, and I look at him as if to say, nod, ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, and I kick in the door.
Okay, give me an open doors roll.
Keep forgetting about
Come on, you got this one. See, this will reverse the curve back to the lower numbers.
Ooh.
Door does not open.
All right, Durek,
Yes.
give it a shot.
All right, I'll give it a shot with my 12 strength. Come on. Maybe. Ooh. I think that actually got it. Hang on just a second.
2? Yeah, an open.
Yes, 2 is what I needed.
So, all right, let me reveal the proper parts of the map. Hang on. Okay.
Well done, Paul. The strength in you is mighty.
I had a key.
What fun is that?
And we stab him in the sternum.
I mean, I believe
Oh no,
that.
betrayal! My short life.
What a world! What a world!
We should throw a bucket of water on every NPC we meet, just to make sure.
From chimpanzee to
Does that work in
chimpanzee.
D&D? Are there even witches? Is there a witch creature?
Yeah, I just think it'd be
Dragon
funny so we
magazine.
can look at him and be like, "That's for the smell."
There are definitely hags in the game.
Yeah.
There are witches too, but it's not a class unless you go to Dragon Magazine or.
They
One or
don't
the
melt,
other.
sadly.
The night hag or the green hag surprises on 19 and 20.
Yeah.
Roll that on
it's
D6,
not good
friends.
if you're surprised. It's really bad if you're surprised.
Yeah. There's an ancient black dragon on the same floor as this pit fiend.
Okay, so let's see. Let's do tripod cam. I think that's going to be the best view. All right, you smash the door in, and waiting for you on the other side are 2 huge bugbears. They are you guys surprised? Because bugbears are notorious for being able to do that. You are not surprised. You were ready for these guys. So they have weapons drawn. They are ready to hack and slash. Let's go ahead and get our declarations. We will start, of course. Paul, you're going to slay.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, Kevin. How about the engineer?
Yeah, he's getting his military pick ready. How dare you deface my engineering marvel!
Okay, and Dooms. I'm guessing you're laying into him too.
Oh yeah, he's D12. All D12s get sliced.
All right, Steampunk Kid. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Then we will start with Gonzalo. Roll initiative, please. It is initiative tied, so all this is happening simultaneously. But before I cut loose with that, I apologize. Tim, is Elminar acting in this round?
I am staying out of the way.
You are staying out of the way. And how about Holder?
I'm still chanting.
Okay, I gotcha.
As far as I'm aware, like I haven't, like my throat hasn't closed up and I haven't healed over yet. So.
Exactly. You're into like the album version of Inagata Davida right now. So it is initiative tied. I'm going to roll for the 2 bugbears. This one is going on Dooms. A 14 will miss you, and this one is aimed at Paul. That will hit. Paul, you will take 7 points of damage. A wicked blow from the Bardiche. Gentlemen, return fire.
All right.
Remember your bonus from Champ.
I didn't add it, but
It's a +1, and the penalty from
I have
Champ as
+2
well.
for strength and +1 for that. So
yes, that 15 in total. That will almost certainly hit. Where is my combat attack matrices? We have charts, folks. We don't use Thaco. I do need to get a combat wheel put together, and I thank you, Paul, for sharing that up on the Discord, the AD&D combat wheel. All right, so let's see. Fightar against that. Yeah, you hit him ably. Go ahead and roll your damage. This is versus.
Yeah, go ahead.
Longsword versus large is going to be D12 in addition to any boni.
All right.
That you
I do get +5 onto this, so 8.
8. He did not like that at all. Kevin, show them what a military pick is capable of. Your Fightar 3.
All right. We'll try to roll this. Let's see.
Come on, big money.
That's a 6.
A 6 will miss. Okay,
This will give me
and
time to look up what damage the military pick does.
there you go. Dooms, how about it?
Alrighty.
JP Got Rocket says read the modules and he spoiled it out in the audience. They're minding their own business in the middle of a therapy session.
AC4.
AC4, that will hit, and this is large.
Which one are you hitting?
Anyone.
Yeah, he's not specifying, so I will dice it after.
Yeah, we've got 2, so
Gotcha.
right. And I could be on either side behind either of you guys. 13.
Ooh, nice.
13 points of damage. Ouch. That is going to leave a mark. Let's see. So 1, 2, it's the one that Gonzalo attacked. 3, 4, it's the other one. It is the one that that Paul had already attacked. So yeah, you basically just put your sword in the perforation that his already made and rip downwards. And this bugbear becomes 2 half bugbears. He desists and collapses on the floor. Gentlemen, declarations for the next round. Elminar, Holder still chanting. Elminar, are you doing anything?
I am staying out of melee range so I don't die.
All right. Yeah, this is like SeaWorld, Tim. If you're up in the front row, you're going to get something splashed on you. So you're going to sit up a little higher. All right. So melee. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. And Tim, roll initiative for the party, please. So you can at least roll some dice tonight. I got a 3. Come on. This is Tim. He'll do better than a 3. He'll do better than a 3. Look at that. There you go. All right. So, gentlemen, roll some melee attacks, please.
Paladin Steve, I would cast like a lightning bolt or something, but I'm out of spells. And actually, in a room that big, lightning bolt would kill everybody anyway. So
7, 10, 11, 12, I think that is total.
+2 for strength, +1 for the chant. Not sure what the
+2 for your sword. Remember, you've got a magic sword.
So
no,
basically,
I know,
you stab him in the eye.
It's
it's +1.
It's
okay.
+1.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's an 11, and your fighter 6. You still hit.
Oh, okay. Well, there we
All
go.
right.
This +5 then.
And the quarterback is toast. Yeah, you drive your sword into his chest and tickle his heart a little bit on your way through, and he collapses with a grunt on the floor, face down, a pool of bugbear blood spreading.
I look around the room briefly. If there's nothing of interest, we'll move on.
Let's move on.
There's bugberry stuff in here, so like
there's nothing worth it.
Some gnome's face that's been peeled off and tacked to a wall, things like that.
That's pretty gross. Yeah, but it's
Pretty gross, huh, kids?
Yeah.
Then we'll okay. Where should we go next? I look to our new recruit.
Well, you
Okay,
said you knew this place.
Yes, I absolutely don't know this place. Let me think. Where are we going next?
We want to eliminate
yeah.
combatants as much as possible.
So, paymaster, steward's assistant, steward's office. That's what you know of your dormitory area.
All right, and so from our perspective, that's the end. We kill them both. The dude on the left is as good as the dude on the right, and then we get the hell out of here and go deeper.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Do we want to just do both doors at the same time, or all go for one door? I'm just worried about somebody coming out behind us.
I struggle with doors. However, I can stand guard at one.
All right, you and me. Good job, by the way, back there, new guy. And we're gonna go kick in the door on the left, while Durek is going to watch the door behind us to make sure it doesn't open.
Yeah, I'm gonna be full up ready.
Okay.
For anything.
So, good old dungeon master is clear. You mean this door?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I can be next to Durek. I can still chant and provide a body at least.
Indeed.
All right. Let me adjust the table for just a hot second.
I am going to step away from the microphone for 1 second myself. Be right back.
Unacceptable.
Get back here! We
I
have
think
dice
you-
to roll.
I think you mean get over here.
Yeah.
If I was Scorpion or
Yeah. Get over here.
Sub-Zero or something. Yeah.
It was Scorpion. Sub-Zero would freeze you.
Yep.
Scorpion was the one with the hook.
Yeah.
You know, say what you want about Mr. Freeze in the 90s Batman movies, but I did love the puns. And Arnie made a great freeze.
Yeah, the funniest part about those movies is they picked the lamest villains.
Well, yeah. Whoa. I like Freeze. As a villain, I really like... I like him almost as much as Bane. I prefer Bane, but Freeze is... At least Freeze is sympathetic.
The only good thing about Bane was his voice and his complete and total smugness.
Lack of articulate... well, in the 90s one, he didn't even have any lines. It was just... and smash through wall. Like, that was it. They really did Bane dirty.
Welcome back.
We got attacked by 4 owlbears while you were gone, and we had to close the door behind you because we had some stuff to do.
We had to just feed you to them. It was just easier.
It seems on brand.
They're still
Okay.
They're still like canonically the deadliest thing this party faces.
Everybody's friends until the owlbears show up.
That's right.
Are you talking about the weasels?
No, the owlbears.
These are owl weasels.
I like it. Owl weasels ripped my flesh. Riz. Okay. So give me an open doors roll, if you would, please, for Paul there, Gonzalo.
Come on. There you go.
All right. You bash that door in, and I have a pretty good camera set up for the whole affair. So we got that view, we got that view, and we've got that view. So nice. You bash the door open, and let's see. Let me see. The room appears to be quarters for 3. There are beds, stools, and a short table. The room does not appear to be well kept, and there are rolls of dust and hair on the floor. Let's see. The room otherwise seems fairly normal. Do you guys wish to search it at all?
Can people hide under the beds? Could I see under the beds?
The beds, I mean, Potentially, you could stuff a couple gnomes under there, maybe.
I do have secret doors at a glance, so I don't know if you've been checking that.
I have not. I did not.
1 in 6. I'm still a half elf.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. So go ahead and let's at a glance. Well, everybody is.
Wait, don't we have the engineer with us? He would be able to tell us where the secret doors are.
Yeah, he should.
I would say so.
There you go.
There's always a secret door every time. I put one in every room, and they all have treasure in them because that's what they're for.
It's the quantum secret door. It is both in and not in every room. But yes, he does actually indicate a secret door on the north wall, and as you open it, as it's swinging outward, you can hear voices speaking, and one of them is saying, well, of course, I don't know. I haven't seen the man, if in fact he is a man, in oh my gods. And there are these two unarmed humans. They no armor, no anything. They just immediately they raise up their hands. Hello. Yes, we give up now.
Your name's in your job. Your name's in your job here.
Does Carl know these two?
Oh, yeah, I forgot, Carl.
Yes, Carl, you do know these two. Let's see.
Their names are Steve and Chad.
With little apostrophes there. No, this is Funkin and Gleep are their names, and they regard you terrified. And
the human?
Yeah, they're human. And hang on a second, I gotta.
Funkin' Hottie Peak.
What is Carl hiding in that secret door?
Yeah, Carl. Gosh, this is literally where if we were at home, I would take Kevin aside and tell him some information.
Nope.
I don't want the other players to know.
Instant message him on
Just
Discord.
DM
I'm gonna have to shoot him a message on the Discord.
No, you're right. He's out to get us. Kill him too.
Me? I'm the DM. I'm running the game. If you kill me, the game will stop.
Kevin's guy.
Well, I haven't mentioned that in every opportunity. I'm trying to get behind those guys because they don't want me behind them.
Yeah, we're not. That's not happening.
So I just said that, I eyeball it, and he'll open the door, and then I'll step aside behind him.
All right.
We need to do so much damage to this place that they give up.
I agree with that.
I mean, at a certain point, they stop throwing good money after bad.
Right.
Okay, Kevin, I just messaged you on Discord. We are going to pause and give you a moment to read that. And I just want to take, again, a hot moment to thank Paladin Steve, Paul Ravenskull, Joe Kaufman for the supers. You guys, I really, really appreciate that. And if you're out there watching, if you like classic first edition AD&D type content, please, 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 by all means, click the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like.
Anything to help with algae rhythm.
Yes, anything to help with the algae rhythm. I watched a video from a creator today on his second channel. He has 130,000 subscribers, and his primary channel has 2 million, I think. And he was talking about the YouTube algorithm suppressing his channel, and I was just like, my dude.
Dude, tell me about it. My average history lecture gets like 31 views.
I understand. Okay, so Kevin, I think, has read the note.
Yes,
what is your intention? All right.
So they kicked the door in, right? And then
they kicked the door in.
secret
You walked
door-
over and showed them the secret door.
Right.
Thump,
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna.
there's these two fellas.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Carl's gonna stand back. He's gonna say, "Oh,"
Okay.
and step back out of the way. Kind of uncomfortably saying, "What are you two doing here?"
And they're like, looking for you, good Carl.
Oh.
Get in there, Carl. Get in. Come on, get in there.
What,
Yeah, absolutely.
Get in there, Carl. I'm not letting you get behind me. Go in.
The true victor shall prevail.
Get in there, how?
Well, it's a room, right?
There's the door.
Yes.
I grab him by the scruff, and I'm going to push him in there.
Okay.
He's gonna pull his dagger out, and give you the stink eye.
All right. So you're yeah, he draws this poignard. It's the blade is silvered, by the way. You do catch that as he draws it, and you push him towards these two. The one closest to you kind of rears back when he sees the dagger come out. What is let's get declarations, I think, at this point. Paul, what are you doing?
Do either of them, having had a second to look them over, look combat capable at all?
They look like normal people. They look like common folk.
Okay. Then I am going to attack Carl.
You're going to attack Carl.
Yes. He didn't.
Okay.
He knows the.
I was just making. I was just making
Well,
sure
Carl-
that there was not a, like I'm going to attack
Oh.
semicolon
When
Carl.
got
And then,
pushed in the room, he stepped aside from the door and gave you the stink eye, not like threateningly, but like, what are you doing?
You threw your dagger. You're still. I know you're a person controlling your player character now, but you're still the guy that we found here, and you drew your weapon against me.
No.
He did
I
not-
drew my dagger when you pushed me in the room.
Oh, okay. I
didn't draw my
misunderstood
dagger to attack you. You
Okay.
threw me in the room, and I
Okay.
drew my dagger and gave you the stink eye for
right.
pushing me in the room.
that. Okay.
So
And you're
all right.
gonna believe that?
Paul is ruthless.
I don't believe that for a second.
Let's do it.
Officer, these aren't even my pants. Tim, what?
I'm not attacking Carl now. I mean, now that it's
Okay.
been explained to, like, I would have been able to pick that up from what he was doing.
Yes.
I misunderstood the description
That's
of what
fine.
he was doing. So in that case, we'll say you guys, we need to know everything. I'm not gonna attack anything unless combat's starting. I don't
Okay.
see a reason for combat to start then.
Oh,
All
why
right.
not?
So Tim, how about Elminar?
I'm staying out of the way of all of this mess.
Okay. Holder, are you still chanting?
I'm still chanting, and I'm chanting at a nice, safe, but audible distance.
Okay. Tim, how about Tim? I'm sorry. Dooms, how about Derek?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. By the way, I just want to answer a quick question. Scorpions glow under UV light. It's part of their ability to rock you like a hurricane. So let's go ahead and roll initiative because stuff is about to happen. And I think we were down to you, TK, if you would please throw a D6 out there and let's see what number it shows.
Sure, give me one moment.
I got a 5.
I wish I could make these larger on my little dashboard. There we go. 4.
Okay, so I will expose some more of the map board here. Give me just a moment.
Bill's gonna expose something.
I always look away when he's exposing stuff.
That's the best choice.
It's okay. We're allowed to be 12.
This must be something surprising because I don't see what these guys have to offer in the way of combat.
They could be lycanthropes. I've run into plainclothes lycanthropes before. They tried to shove me in an alley and force me into a boxing match. Do you remember that, Dooms?
Euphemism for something
Yeah.
like that.
No, it's not. It's literally what happened.
It does sound like a euphemism, but that is true.
The aliens took me aboard their ship. It was made to look like my neighbor Bill's shed. Where
And they gave me a special hug.
Yeah.
See, with all the probing. Never understood that.
Do you understand how many people intergalactic anal probing employs?
No, I don't.
You don't want to know.
A lot.
Whole societies will fail if we stop this activity.
We've been doing
I'm
it
okay with that.
We've been doing it for 50 years, and all we've really learned is that 1 out of 10 doesn't really seem to mind.
They've learned to heat the probe first. Blow on it. Well, breathe on it, so it's not so cold.
And the ones that are over 50, we take to the hospital shortly thereafter.
Right.
Okay, guys. So here's what that is very blurry. I need to fix that. But in the meantime, let's see. That one's a little bit better. So Kevin, you're thrown in there. You draw your dagger. These two, the one closest to you is kind of giving you this like, the hell are you doing? Look. So Gonzalo, you were just kind of watching this go down. Kevin, are you attacking?
I'm standing back, saying, "Stay back from me."
Okay.
I'm just trying to do my job.
Let me let's go over to table cam. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit better and get slightly better focus on that. Everyone, bear with me just a minute, and we'll see if we
This
can't.
is not going in any fashion how I thought it was going to go in my head when I was planning on it.
No plan gets past the frenemy.
I actually, did we lose Bill? Oh no, he's fixing the can. I see. I thought he had to get up.
He did.
Nope. Right here.
That's much
all
better.
Right. Much better focus. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're holding their hands up. They're like, we're not getting near you. What is going
he's not
on?
Stabbing them, and they're not attacking. So I'm not going to let this go on forever. So I'm just going to attack one of them.
Okay. The one next to Carl is the closest to you.
Right.
We'll just treat it in the same round. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay.
Let's see. That is a 14. And let me see what this unfortunate just the civilian. He's just a civilian down here in the dungeon that you're attacking. You hit him.
All right. And this is not
He is
large.
No, he is not.
4 plus 5 plus 6. Oh wait, is my strength plus 5? Yes, so 6. I should have been adding 6 to things with the +1 sword, so 10.
Plus another one.
All right.
All right, 11.
So 11. Yeah, he is wounded very badly. And he howls in pain when you do that. Is Durek doing anything? Kevin, you doing anything?
I mean, I suppose I'm just gonna witness it.
Okay, that's fine.
Carl's hesitation has caused me to act this way, basically.
Carl, once he sees Paul hit one of them, he's gonna charge up and attack with his dagger.
Well, you're right there, so you can go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. There's no mods, right? So it's just 11.
Yeah, 11, 12, because there's a chant happening.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay.
All right, so 12, you are effectively, yes. That just misses. It jerks back. They turn into wolves and begin to leap forward to try and bite you. This attack is going on. Actually, they're both going on Paul.
What?
You did kind of start it, dude.
Yeah.
It's better for me to die now.
All right. So 13 and 10.
That includes -2 for protection from evil, right?
That does not include that. So
And the
13
-1
and
from
10.
chant.
And -1.
I was including the -1 for chant. So that becomes an 8, and that becomes an 11. So yeah, their jaws both slam shut as you fade back. These are clearly some kind of shape-shifting creatures. So party. Tim, let's start with Elminar, who I'm sure is just champing at the bit to do something unspeakable to something.
Well, I don't really have any spells other than the ring, so I've got Fairy Fire and Spark Shower. So I'm going to go with probably Fairy Fire.
Okay, Fairy Fire.
Or should I go with Spark Shower? Which one?
It's a
Spark
cone.
No, I think Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Spark Shower would probably kill the party.
Yes, and Spark Shower works best on metal armor-clad targets.
Yeah.
Fairy Fire will give everybody a bonus to hit them. So,
Which they
so you're
already
gonna,
have.
well, I mean, it'll make it even easier. So
Yeah.
you can that will stack with Chant Bless, whatever. So if you want to Fairy Fire them, you absolutely can. Is Doom's reaching up there to put these guys down?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. And I'm guessing Paul is attacking and Carl is attacking. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and we are down to you, Dooms. Roll a d6, please. A 1. Okay.
There you go.
Well, I only rolled a 2, but it was still enough. 1 is the loneliest werewolf that you'll ever do. All right. So this one is again on Paul, and that becomes like an 8. So that's going to miss. And this one turns and lunges at you as soon as you enter the room. Dooms. 19 becomes 17, becomes 16. And let's see. So that is 16.
Yeah, and I'm AC 0.
All right. Well, he still manages to bite you.
All right.
And you take 4 points of damage. How many hit points does Derek have right now? Not his total potential, but his hit points right
46.
now. Okay,
No,
so
4d6, 46.
Right, 46 hit points in total right now. That's how healthy he
Yes,
is.
sir.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're at 42. Yeah, he bites you and growls and gets ready to dive back in. So counterattacks, please. Let's start with Gonzalo.
All right. Let's see.
18 will absolutely hit.
This plus 6. So 10 again. Same
10
guy.
again. Same guy. You cleave his skull in twain, and he falls dead on the floor and is now a human again. And that leaves one more. So, gentlemen, go ahead and do your thing. Kevin, we will start with you with your silver dagger.
Okay.
Maxwell Silver Dagger made sure that he was dead.
Okay,
Nice.
so that's a
16.
17.
17, that will hit. That's going to be 1d4.
1d4.
Good job.
It's 1, unfortunately.
All right, so, well, I mean, hey, it's a point of damage that does not heal. Doom Sword.
I never liked you.
I'll put this cur to rest. 7. AC
All right,
7.
not in this round. So you hear words of power being spoken by Elminar, and I need to open the player's handbook is what I need to open. And we need to see Fairy Fire, not to be confused with Dairy Fire, which is a lot more destructive.
Yeah, burned down all
how
of
many-
Chicago.
Skull splits in toto have we had this tonight.
I've had 300.
Tonight?
Not counting any skull splits that may have been spoken
Anybody else?
in a moment of panic.
Mystery men? Anyone?
Yes, I got it. Okay, so the remaining one, he has a glowing outline that surrounds him, and it lights up the room even more than it is from your drawn weapons.
Nice.
It is sort of a blue, green, violet color, and you are now at let's see. Yes, you are now at +2 to hit.
Nice.
Brilliant.
All right. So, gentlemen, next round. Let's get declarations. I'm guessing Tim Elminar is not gonna hit him with spark shower, is he?
No.
Okay. So melees from those. What of you can melee? Let's go ahead and roll initiative because I know what he's fixing to do.
So it's me.
Yeah.
Yes,
roll
it's you.
less than 1.
5.
5. Okay. Party goes first. I rolled a 1. Gentlemen, wreak havoc. Remember, you're at like plus ungodly numbers. That's gonna hit.
This +6. So 10 again.
So that's 10 points of damage. And Kevin, stab him with dagger.
Okay. I got a +2. A 4. He says, "Back, fiend!
All
I'm
right.
not afraid of you anymore."
He shirks away. He shirks away from your dagger, but you don't hit him. So Dooms.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. 19.
That will absolutely hit. So roll some damage.
Oh, 2.
All right. So 2 and okay. He is turning to flee. Everyone can attack him at +4.
That's what I'm gonna do then.
Absolutely.
Oof. Well,
Well, let's see. So that's 4 plus what to hit?
plus 4 to
Plus
hit. No,
2
6
for-
plus 6. Yeah. So
Right.
6 plus 7. So that actually becomes 11 with all the bonuses because you've got your sword, your strength, chant, and fairy fire.
but does it hit?
And 11, let's see. Yes, it does.
All right. This +6. So 11.
You slay it. It turns to run, and your sword parts through it, and it collapses too. And you are looking at the body of a dead human on the floor of the chamber.
I turn over to Carl. Did you know there were werewolves?
I did. But you didn't even give me a chance to deal with it. You just pushed me in the room with these fiends.
Well, I did my own work. We're stuck together until we get out of here. I'm sorry that happened, but it's what it is. What it is.
I didn't know they were hiding in this secret room.
But you knew there were werewolves around. What else is around?
PIA fight, Sudami nicely, nay, children.
No, there's
Donna
definitely...
Ace, let's requiem move on.
It was just something I didn't expect. I haven't had time to really address the fact that I've changed sides. I didn't like these guys anyway.
That's
Bossy, and these ones always calling me and telling me to do this and telling me to do that. I'm glad they're dead.
good.
So changing sides implies that you were on the wrong side in the first place, friend.
Well, I didn't really have a whole lot of decision-making to make at the time when I was captured and brought to the
Oh,
place.
right. So now you
I
were
mean-
on a side. Very well.
That and they were furries, so I mean, you know.
Hey.
Carl hits on Tim.
What?
I am not a werewolf, however. Now you have a scratch. I saw you were hit. Is it Fester?
Oh
We
no,
shall
it's
see.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
my
if,
God
if,
will
he, if he
protect
reaches
me
up and
regardless.
scratches his ear like this, if he reaches up and does this, yeah, you guys know to
Is there
worry.
anything that can be? Is there some concern about being attacked by these creatures?
I think not.
You can get the
Foltus
disease.
has me protected.
I don't know about your friend here, but typically that would be something would cause you to turn.
I didn't get hit.
No, but your friend did. I
know.
guess my friend as well.
I guess
Who is this friend you speak of? Who would that be me?
It was you. That's what I'm speaking
Yes. As
I'm
I said,
assuming you're friends
Foltus
with him.
Do they have-
shall protect me. Well, I am friends with him at this point. I was wondering whether or not I was friends with you.
Is there anything on their bodies at all when they turn back to human form?
No.
Okay.
It's called Get the Hell Out of Here.
Looks like there's another room around the corner here.
It certainly does.
So let's take a look at that.
All right. By the way, this is for Kabuki Kid. I used to listen to Def Leppard, but then I developed an allergy to gluten, globin. All right, let me let me.
I was
adjust the
asked to
camera
translate
slightly.
that by my girlfriend's father, and
It's-
I had to
it's-
look at him and explain to him it was gibberish.
I'll be right back.
I developed an allergy to shit.
It's like
It
what does
sounds
Susudio mean, right? There's no.
Well,
I
that's the problem.
translated to German with no problem. So
That's the problem. Is it sounds like German? It just doesn't mean anything.
I know that. I understand.
Well, like ich glaube, right, means like I think,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Or I know, but well,
Yeah.
Wessen, glaube, denken. Yeah, pick your word, right?
But let's be honest. Anything you say in German just comes out angry, no matter what you do.
It
anyway,
does,
so.
which is the whole point, right?
Remember, tell people you love them because life is short. Shout it at them in German because it's also scary.
Ich liebe dich. Yes.
Exactly.
Right, and say it with a weird look on your
I
face because life
can-
is also confusing.
I
That's
lived in
right.
Germany for a while. I can get slapped. I know how to get slapped. I know just enough German to get slapped.
I get slapped in 4 languages now. It's kind of impressive, really, if you think about it.
I just started working on my Latin again, and I'm really actually enjoying it. I missed Latin a lot.
Yeah, I took Latin 1 year in high school. Father Kelly.
I'm in the. Ooh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say this was a what's the order? It's been so long now. I only went to this school for 1 year. The starts with a J.
Jesuits.
Jesuits, yes. Jesuits.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what it was. And you had to, at this school, your parents, this is the 80s, mind you, your parents could basically had to sign a thing saying it's okay for the priest to slap the shit out of you. And they did.
Oh, I went to
Yeah,
Catholic school for a while. My dad asked for me to have the meanest nun they had.
My best
Still
friend went to a Catholic school just like a decade, well, over a decade now, but it feels like only a decade ago, and they still do it. Yeah.
Really? Wow, I'm surprised.
So
I never had problems with nuns. All the nuns were pretty chill when I went to Catholic school. It was the Jesuit priests, though. Yeah, they definitely laid the smack down. I was never stupid enough to put myself into a situation to be on the receiving end of the back of his hand, but you know.
Okay, guys. Thank you for your patience. Let's go back over to the table, and I think Cam 3 is what we're after here. Okay, so looking down the short length of hallway as you round the corner, you see something most curious. In the middle of this wall, at about 5 feet off the floor, there is a 1 foot by 1 foot opening, and you can see lying on the floor at the foot of the wall are several small metal boxes. They've just kind of been scattered around indiscriminately, and some of the boxes are lying upside down. They have tiny wheels and axles on them.
I'll investigate.
I go ahead. What is this? I say to Carl.
Does Carl
Carl,
recognize these?
Carl, you do not.
Okay.
You don't know what this is.
Yeah, somebody's messing with my building.
So just to reiterate, there's a hole in the wall. You said an opening in
Yes.
the wall. Okay, in the far wall from us that we're looking at.
Yes.
Okay.
So to describe it, the corridor ends in a blank wall. In the center of the wall is a 1 foot by 1 foot square hole. The shaft looks like it runs back into the wall and seems to end as a chamber. On the bottom of the shaft are 2 metal bars running parallel to each other, 6 inches apart back into the shaft. A thin braided rope of metal dangles from its mouth and runs back into the shaft.
It's a dumbwaiter.
Yeah, it looks like it's something. I'm gonna approach it and listen, hear if I can hear anything coming from up the shaft.
I'll follow carefully.
Now, I want to point out, this is a horizontal shaft. This is not a vertical shaft that goes down.
Okay.
Oh,
It goes straight back, not straight down.
Are those tracks? Does it look like these little boxes?
It looks like the little boxes will sit right on those tracks.
Okay, and there's nothing in the boxes. They're not closed or anything. They're just empty.
Not out here.
Well, they're upside down, right?
Right. So they've had food or something probably sent to them through this thing somehow.
Possibly.
I'm gonna go down and round the corner and look around the corner there to see if there's anything past the corner, being prepared if something is gonna jump. I've got my shield ready.
All right. So you look around the corner here, and the corner terminates in a wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna check that for secret doors.
All righty.
I presume it looks like a dead end, right? Like the whole.
It does
corner
appear to be a dead end, yes.
I have a 3 and 6, I think, when dedicatedly searching.
Yeah, this is a very, to your eyes, very easy to spot secret door. It looks like it is designed like the other and pivots.
Okay.
Oh, there is one.
Yes, but it is, it's on. Let me see. This wall is where the little track is that leads back into an oubliette. You don't know what, and the secret door is on this wall.
Interesting.
Should I? Yeah, I mean, you'll have to show me how to open it, but I assume you want me to take the lead.
I still have that potion of diminution if somebody wants to shrink themselves down and take a super happy, fun, roller coaster ride into the track.
Be like Temple of Doom.
Yeah, except for you're just tiny.
And you're just eating at the other end.
Yeah.
Possible.
Do I know
Let me see if I can do this.
the secret? The door's secret? Or am I going to make the assumption that I'm kind of amnesial on the dungeon stuff?
The secret door you know about. Who's beyond it, you don't know.
Okay.
You're not in charge of room assignments. You just installed a few counterweighted secret doors here and again. You are not that department of facilities.
Okay.
Well, since you didn't make room assignments, you have a better chance of living.
I mean, yeah, if you're just here, like, if I were you, I would sell your case as I am an engineer maintenance man. Like, I was brought in to maintain the structure, not design the structure. I think that was the problem with the wording there, was calling yourself
Right.
it's like, I am the lead architect, but I am completely innocent and have nothing to do with any of this. Those are two different narratives.
I just arrived recently from Brazil.
Right. What are these rooms? Well, those that's where we burn the bodies. So I'm
Now,
told.
I will tell you guys that the potion of diminution will shrink you down small enough to where you can go through the portal. You will remain shrunk for 6 + 2 to 5 turns.
Yeah, long enough to get killed.
We're way too long.
Yeah, you don't get to turn it off, is the bad news.
Right.
Unless you drink a potion of growth and hope that the missability table is in your fortune.
Yeah. Oh, now you're permanently small.
Small.
How those things never
SML.
work in our
Small.
These rosary bleeds? Yeah.
There you go.
I remember the show quite well.
Thank you.
Yeah, if I know how to open the door, I'll tell them how it opens, but I'll tell them I also don't know who's occupying that space, as with
fine.
lycanthropes before.
Denegar, watch him when I open the door.
That is indeed fine.
And I will open the door, combat ready. No way I can be surprised. I'm ready for combat.
Alrighty, so let's see what is in the room. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Hang on.
Need the Johnny Quest theme song, the best cartoon theme song ever written.
It really was a good show.
I mean, yeah. And obviously Venture Brothers based on that is also hilarious.
Yeah, it's a comedic version of it. Yeah. I it's funny because when I was a kid, I watched Johnny Quest, and I didn't realize that it was actually made before I was born. Right?
Yeah.
Which is really strange, because you had stuff like that back then, where the stuff would be just in syndication forever.
I won a costume contest as Dr. Orpheus one year.
Oh, really?
At a Halloween party. Could you gentlemen please take your local color elsewhere?
Yeah.
I miss cosplaying. It was fun.
I mean, I guess that's cosplay. It wasn't really, I was the only person dressed like as a character like that. It was really more of a costume party.
Yeah.
But,
It's just cosplay is as close as I've come to that, real other than something like LARP. But and even then, I'm not a big LARPer.
So you were at a costume party and you were the only one dressed up?
no.
That's why you won.
Just,
Yeah.
it wasn't like cosplay like you think of it at like a con where everybody's
Right.
dressed as a character from sci-fi or fantasy or something. It was just a gay Halloween party that I happened to win best costume one year, and my girlfriend won best costume the next year.
Wait a second. You outdressed all the gay guys?
Yes,
Good
I won.
for you.
Good
for you.
As a straight dude, I won best costume at a gay Halloween party. That's
Okay.
impressive.
That's no mean feat. No eyeliner involved.
Nope.
As always, gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. Let's see here. What do we got?
Bill?
All right. So, yes,
Can you do me a favor?
I can
I
try.
want you to go back tonight or tomorrow or whatever and re-listen to just the sections of this VOD when you get up. I just want you to go just listen to nothing else, just those.
You're telling all our best tricks.
It's
Do
the
I do it, Mr. Potato Head? Mr. Potato Head
Back
Back
doors are not
doors.
secrets.
are not secrets.
Boy, are you guys dumb. You are really dumb.
Eddie Diesel is the best. Absolutely.
Eddie Deason and Maury Chaikin as his.
How could that guy
companion.
not have been in Revenge of the Nerds? Like, where did he fire his agent over not getting that movie?
I don't know. Maybe he thought it was too on the nose. All right.
Speaking
So,
of movies, I
uh,
not even
treasure.
watch the show today.
yeah. Personally, I think this is going to sound completely crazy because a lot of people dismiss it as a movie of its era and just kind of a teenage romp movie. I think War Games is one of the best movies ever made. It is in my top 20.
Yep.
It,
How about
it is
Midnight? What was
Midnight
it?
Madness.
Midnight Madness. Yes.
Midnight Madness is okay, but it's not anything special to me. War Games, holy shit! I could literally do like a 2-hour live stream just gushing about War Games. But let's get back to our games.
It's 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., right? You got another 2 hours, don't you?
Well, we got 10 more minutes tonight is what we've got. My throat is starting to give out, and my mouth is very dry. So let's see here. So yes, you force your way into the room. This is actually a well-appointed chamber. There is a nice large wooden desk, a comfortable looking chair behind it. let's see. It appears to be both an office and an officer's quarters. There are some. Let's see. There are scales on the desk. There's a desk and a chair, a wardrobe, 2 stools, a bed, a bookshelf, and a sandbox with hot coals in it. In the northwestern corner of the room is a potted plant hanging from a chain. So the plant is yellow and green and has flowers that look like tufts of different colored hair. Lying on the desk, there are heaps of coins and various ledgers.
There we go.
Would you call this a coin depot?
There's not really enough coins in there or lying on the table for that. I mean, there's a few hundred. They've been stacked pretty neatly, but it doesn't look like a money exchange or anything like that. Not at a glance.
So you wouldn't call this an office depot then?
No, I would not. It took me a minute.
Yeah, it's totally an Office Max. Office Depot is no longer in business.
So I'll take a look at the book. Is it open or?
Oh, yeah, one of the books is open.
Okay. Does it appear to be just like ledgers and stuff, or?
Yes, this one is labeled on the flyleaf. Coffer 1, and it documents specifically silver. Copper. The total on the last page of the ledger is 6,000 copper.
Gotcha. Okay.
The next ledger under it. The next ledger under it is chest number 2, and it totals, if you look at the values, 8,000 gold.
Chest number 2. Are there chests in here that we don't?
No, there are not.
Okay.
There are not.
Well,
number 3, chest number, the next ledger is labeled chest 3, totals 7,000 electrum. Chest number 4 totals 9,000 silver.
Are there
chest
names?
Number?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, there are not names. Chest number 5 totals 3,000 platinum.
So there's a treasure room around here somewhere that all this stuff is at. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I misunderstood where you said the secret door was. I thought the secret door was into that empty box that's in the middle of the camera shot there.
No. The empty box in the middle of the camera shot is literally solid earth.
Gotcha. Well, it looks like we have bookkeeping of some kind. These books might be useful to track down any of the other workings of this operation. But what we can do with them right now, I don't know. There doesn't appear to be much. I mean, is there anything under the bed, or there's no chests or anything like of value? You said there's coins. How many coins are here? Does it look like
300 gold pieces in various stacks?
Okay. I mean,
well,
we might go ahead.
No, we can bag the books, bag the coinage, give them to our new friend here, since he's not carrying too much, and he can carry them out for us.
Sure. What do you think, Carl?
Might be useful to have something to carry it with.
Grab a bed sheet, tie it up.
Or we could leave and proceed. Come back for it later.
You can rig up something.
Quite a bit.
I've got a small sack, and I've got two. Actually, I have two large sacks and 2 small sacks. I don't know. Go ahead.
This stuff will easily fit into a large sack and still leave you room.
Okay. So I'm going to. I'll give him a large sack then if he doesn't have one.
I do not.
And take that and take the books and the coin, and can you wrap your belt around it, knot it around so it hangs from your belt, so you can still fight?
Yeah, you can make a basically a ruck out of it with just a little bit of work.
Sure, I'll do so, but don't blame me if it pulls my pants down.
So the question is, at this point, we either charge on. We are going to have to rest at some point. We're going to have to, I'm badly wounded again. We will have to find some place to stop and rest. That's where you come in, Carl. And whether we should do that or keep charging ahead, if we can tell you what we faced. But if we do have to stop, a secret room that you didn't even know was here seems like a pretty good place to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if this was known, this gold would not be here. So those creatures they're not lawful enough to leave this kind of thing alone.
Just so we're clear, guys, I want to make this obvious. There's a regular door out of here.
No, I understand, but we've got this secret. There's a U-shaped secret room there with 2 secret doors on it.
Right.
Back here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So to me, that would seem to be if we are going to stop and rest, that would seem to be a good place. Even though there's 2 entrances, there's secret entrances. It's still a fairly defensible spot, but that's just, I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
I think that's a good place to go rest and recuperate some spells.
Excellent. Then I will stop chanting, cough violently, and down some water.
Yeah, just one entire water skin down your throat there.
It's okay. I can cast Create Water. It's fine.
If Carl didn't know it was here, that's a pretty good sign that most of the people, we've probably killed most of the people who know this is here or scared them off.
Okay. Well, that seems like a good a place as any to pause for the evening. Thank you all very much for hanging out and gaming this evening. I hope you enjoyed yourselves.
I did.
Yep,
absolutely.
Yes.
I killed a lot of things.
You did. You did.
I haven't laughed this hard during this module in a while.
I aim to please. Good stuff awaits, guys. Good stuff awaits. Listen, I want to just a big, huge thanks to Paul Ravenscall, Paladin Steve, for your supers, Joe Kaufman. I really, really appreciate that a lot, guys. Thank you to the audience for hanging out this evening. We had a lot of folks watching tonight, and I really do appreciate that. And someone was telling me, let me see if I can find this real quick without too much fuss. Someone was saying that they shared the live stream over on X, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. Guys, please help yourselves to the baklava and the schnapps in the green room. As for myself, I will be back tomorrow night. It will be myself, my co-host Kyle will be here, and we're going to have some good fun checking out his latest RPG creation. As for the rest of these guys, well, I have wandering encounter tables. They didn't hit anything, but remember, the possibility always exists to encounter an owl bear. Peace. Good night. God bless you. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.